This week was a very important week for the work of the Election Observation Mission. Our work has come to its finale in that we have published this week our final report, and this is a document which includes a set of recommendations for electoral reform in Malawi. So the EU EOM, we've returned to Malawi for a week to meet all the national stakeholders. We were invited here by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and by the Malawi Electoral Commission, so we had meetings with both of them. We also met many other members of government, we met civil society, political parties. We've had many meetings to discuss electoral reform. Our election observation mission is comprised of members from across all of our 27 member states in the European Union, and our observation teams were deployed for a long term. We spent a long time in all of the districts across Malawi, and our teams were comprised of men and women. We really internalise the mission that we try to espouse here. We espouse gender equality, so within our mission we had gender equality too. This is the 5th time that the European Union has deployed an election observation mission to Malawi. It's a sign of the cordial relation between the EU and Malawi. It's a real sign of the respect for democracy in Malawi that they're willing to invite an observation mission to look at how they conduct their election. So we've looked at all aspects of the election, from voter registration right through to vote tabulation and electoral dispute resolution after the election. We've offered recommendations for law reform. They're not something that are of our own opinion, that have come from thin air. Rather, our recommendations are drawn upon the international legal standards, the human rights standards for political participation that Malawi has itself signed up to. So these are regional, Africa Union, SADC, and international, the UN and the like. So it's all about human rights, the rights of political participation, the rights of the voter, the rights of the candidate, the rights of political parties. It's about freedom of expression, freedom of the media, and it's about equality in all those realms of participation. We like to think that these recommendations are our legacy. The document is something that will remain. Our mission now ends this weekend. The catalogue of recommendations is offered in the light of the fact that there will be elections again in 5 years. So we're urging all of the electoral stakeholders to consider our recommendations when they're going about their reflection on the election, planning for the next election, drafting policy, and there's also a lot of legal reform in this document. So we would urge consideration of the recommendations when the legislature is looking at the development of new bills.